You are right on it. I thought my guest today is Mingy Goida.
G'day. Thanks for having me, Ryan. It's nice to be here.
You're welcome.
Mingy Good is my music name, but Ming's fine, and my full name's different. But yeah, whatever you want. Good to be here.
Guys, Ming is a musician and a good friend of mine. And smack on point about creativity. Like, I get lost on exactly what creativity is supposed to be. In fact, I don't even think of the word that much. I don't like to think of it. But you've pointed out, I think, what you said makes sense. Like, I want all those three things when I'm making something, whether it's a podcast or something. Me, you make music.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you make?
It's inspired by what I like. So I fell in love with music properly about the age of 14. When a friend of mine showed me a song we used to listen to as a kid.
What's properly?
Well, I heard it before the age of 14, but nothing ever really like grabbed me. Like music's a thing. Before I was 14, I might like some songs more than other songs, but I didn't really acknowledge music as a.
What was that album that you're talking about?
It was a song, two songs by a band called Breaking Benjamin. One was called Polyamorous, and one was called Firefly.
You said polyamorous, right?
But poly, yeah, however you say it. Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you speak a bit closer to the...
No worries.
That's
Thank
cool.
you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Hang on. Benjamin Button?
I like that film too. No, the band's called Breaking Benjamin. They're an American band.
Okay. Are they famous? Because I haven't heard of them.
Oh, they're funny. They're huge, but because of their sound, they don't hit the radio that everyone else listens to.
Okay, by sound. So I'm going to put some links to Ming's music in the whatever.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys will be able to listen to it. I've heard it. Is it it's like a cross between heavy metal and grunge?
Sure. I still have trouble defining it. It's punky, it's rock, it's alternative. Like I say peekaboo in one of the songs. You know what I say, you don't hear that every day in music.
You say peekaboo in one
Yeah,
of your
I say
songs. In one of your songs.
Yeah. So, but then I don't think that's the major sell.
Oh man, you can say whatever you want. Have you ever put pop music on like karaoke? When like you get a lot of YouTube videos that basically just stream pop music with the translation. In fact, some of them are just the words coming up, blah, blah, blah. And like half of them are non-words. Half of the things that people sing are non-words. So you can say peekaboo. Do you mean peekaboo like peekaboo?
Yeah, peekaboo, yeah.
Peekaboo. Why are you saying peekaboo like that? Peekaboo. It's peekaboo.
What am I saying?
Peek, as in to peek out.
What am I?
You're saying pick, like Pikachu. Peekaboo.
That's probably because I like Pikachu.
you like Pikachu too much.
I do like. I'm a big fan of Pokemon.
Any Pokemon influence in your death metal?
Pikachu, obviously, and like if you want to get picky, Peekaboo.
I do.
I wouldn't say my music's death metal.
I don't want to get picky, but I want to get What? Yeah. So your music is what?
I used to think it was like alternative metal, which is what Breaking Benjamin is.
Yeah, I do too.
And it still is that, but it is very punky as well, and rocky, and not that metally. Because I've done a lot of investigating since I've released the album, and a lot of feedback about what it is.
But hang on, you had a lot of feedback about what your genre is.
Yeah.
Was the feedback that what you're telling us now?
Yeah. Rock and punk were the main standouts.
Rock, punk. When I listen to it, I think of... You know what I think of, because I told you, and I'm trying to remember, but from Perth band from the 90s, grunge, Jebediah.
Yeah, that's amazing thing to say. Thank
Yeah.
you again. Yeah,
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 you're
yeah.
welcome. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like really unique sound. So, um, when I look at you, I don't think of like your music is a surprise. So, because Ming is so likable, like and soft
That-
and gentle,
Thanks,
and your
man.
sense, yeah,
Beautiful. So I didn't
you're
interrupt
welcome.
you. Thank
And
you.
your music is not.
Yeah. Soft, likable. What was the other one? It was just
Nah, your music is lovable, of course. Yeah, but it's not. It's like that.
yeah.
Like I hope none of this is meant to be.
No,
like
no,
a-
no, no,
okay.
no. Just,
So it's
it does
my
sound like that.
characterization of it. My crude characterization of it is like, yeah, like Sepultura.
What's that? What's Sepultura? What's
Sepultura.
what's that?
Oh, man. Okay, so like, you gotta listen to this. It's like, I don't know if it's like I'm not a metal fan, so
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know all the specific genres, and
Yeah.
people will say,
Yeah.
"Nah, that's this," but it's that screamy death metal,
Yep.
heavy metal, death metal. I don't know the difference.
Is that a genre or a band?
Sepultura is the name of a band.
Yeah, right.
It's that screaming, blah,
Yeah.
you know. So there's, when I think of that kind of music, I think of, I think heavy metal is like Guns N' Roses, ACD.
Yeah.
No, that's rock. Like
Um,
it's moved, it's shifted, right? Because that's now like baby music. Before that was hardcore. Now it's baby music.
Yeah.
I use
It's
it.
all over the place. Yeah. It's
Oh,
hard.
thank you to hear
Yeah,
that.
it's
all
hard.
over
Like,
the
well, I mean,
place.
I was just telling you before, like, I don't even know how to describe my music.
Yeah.
And then I see artists write up there about their own music, and I'm like, how do you know that? Unless they've, I feel like it's everything I've learned about what my music is through feedback. I generally know what it is, or thought I did, but then the feedback's been amazing in terms of how do I identify the niche sound that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's specifically original as well.
Yeah.
Like, especially how you combine the vocals and the instruments. It's not like a death metal. It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
It's different again.
Yeah, it is. It's odd, and I like that it's odd.
Why are you like this and your music like this?
Yes.
Why are you so soft and cuddly, like a Pikachu or Peekaboo? Like if Peekaboo, what's the second stage of a Peekaboo?
Oh, you're asking the right person. So, Pikachu evolves.
No, Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Oh, like
A Peekaboo would be
like a fright, like a scare.
yeah.
Like I turn the lights off and I scare.
No,
you.
like if Peekaboo were a character now, like Peekaboo was a level 1 Pokemon.
Yep.
Peekaboo would evolve into
Pokeboo.
Pokeboo.
Yeah.
Peekaboo and then the Pokeboo.
Yeah.
And a Packabong would be number 3.
That's very much. That's like what it's like.
So
I
you
imagine
don't,
Peekaboo is like a baby. Pretty much.
is Pikachu a level 1 Pokemon?
No, middle. Pichu's before
What's
Pikachu.
before that?
Pichu.
Why has no one ever heard of this Pichu thing? Because if Pikachu's so famous,
Yeah.
if that's a level 1 of it,
I don't think everyone loved Pichu. That's what just went sort of. I don't mind Pichu.
is Pikachu literally Pichu?
No.
Oh, they're two different people.
Yeah, two different. No, well, they evolve. Like, imagine if we evolved. Well, we kind of do in a way, don't we?
Oh,
as
okay.
people.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's like baby, teenager, adult. You can
it's like
compare that to.
Okay. No, I was thinking like, when you said evolve, I thought you meant like previous primate, this primate, future version.
It's kind of like that too, but it's
human.
instantly.
So it's not the same person. But what you said is different. Like child, adult, grandparent is the same person at different ages.
Oh Man, this is a bit like the music
Do they
genres. Like
does
I'm not 100. I thought I was the right person to talk to about this, but I'm not 100%. I think that it is the same thing, but they changed the form.
You think it is the same thing? So that Pikachu has Pichu's memories.
Yes. So let's say you are Pichu.
Got it.
You evolve into Raichu.
Yeah.
And then, etc. etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Why does a man that knows so much about Pokemon
Sorry.
why are you making death metal music? That's what we want to know about it.
Well,
Because it's cute. It's so goddamn cute. And that's the thing. Like, the
Pokemon.
No, you.
Oh, thank you. So, in this life.
Wow. I didn't think such a dumb question was going to warrant such a meaningful answer.
Well,
no, I hope you haven't. Let me just build this.
It could just be
build
shot
this
down.
answer.
Shot down.
No, come on. Okay. In this life.
Yeah. I don't think I've said that before. Now, you're living. You might see a box. There's Bunbury print over there.
Yeah, I'll get rid of that. I'm sorry.
That's fine. But maybe I'll go, what's Bunbury print? I look into that. Maybe I'll really like Bunbury print just from this moment. So Pokemon came into my life. I don't know what happened. Maybe my mum or dad bought it. And then I grew to love it. Or maybe I saw it at the shop. I just think things come into your life and you love them. So just because I like Pokemon and I'm a sweet guy, thank you, your words, or cute or whatever, doesn't mean I don't like other things that could be very different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I actually think maybe this combination of things is uncommon to a lot of people, but I know quite a few people that like Pokemon and music. The music I like as well. At the same, I think there's a bit of crossover.
Yeah. So, tell me more about why do you make music?
Great question.
And if you could make a Pokemon, what would it be?
I'm surprised Pokemon's come up.
Yeah.
Why do I make music? Because my dad always wanted to be a singer, and he never did it. My mum is a bit of a singer and a musician. So there's a musical flavour in my family.
Now that I don't want to skip over that because I think that is more interesting than
Pokemon
people realize. Because I've heard people say that before and think, oh, okay, that's okay. Full stop. That makes sense because it was can I say an unfulfilled dream of your father?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And therefore you want to do it.
Yep.
So what? So it was unfulfilled. So why? Is it? I think this is deeper.
Oh yeah.
Than,
yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to fulfill a dream that he had?
Well, I think it's not just that though. I think that's like a tick. Like there's lots of ticks. That's a tick, and then the tick is because I like Breaking Benjamin and I want to sound like Breaking Benjamin. Another tick is out of that I want to write my own music. Like there's three ticks or lots of ticks, and then that makes me want to do the thing.
He would like it.
My dad?
Yeah.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would like my music. I think he would find it. I think he would be proud, and I think he would be proud. I don't know if he'd necessarily love it, because it wasn't his taste. Because he was an older dad. My dad was an older dad, so he listened to like. This is not what he listened to, but pardon me, boy. There's a
Chattanooga Choo Choo. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Well,
because that was way before his. You're not that old.
No, but he was born in 1936.
Oh,
So he was 57 when I was born.
Oh, old dad.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a huge musical gap.
Old dad buying your Pokemon. Did he buy your Pokemon stuff?
Well, I think my mum, because my mum wasn't as old as him.
How old was she?
When she birthed me? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I realise I don't know what I mean. What was the age difference between them?
22 years.
Pervert.
That's a fair comment. At school, I was so proud of my dad. I used to sell him as like Hugh Hefner.
Hey.
but he had a kid. But they've also got a beautiful story as well. But I think, yeah, of course that was an influence with him wanting to do music and never doing it, and then mum doing a bit of music, and then there's always lots of influences that made me want to do this.
Your mum, what did you say? Because your mum wanted you to do it too.
No, sorry if that came out off. My mum sang at weddings and stuff, so they both
Wedding singer.
Yeah, or I think she sang at one.
Okay.
Wedding.
Is that where she met your dad?
No,
How did they meet?
they. Wow. There was a job for a cleaner at the farm I used to live on.
Oh no.
In Dartmouth.
Oh no.
And my mum was hired as a cleaner. And my dad and my dad's mum, who I never met,
Yeah.
they're on this farm.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was a dairy farmer. And then, my mum worked for them. And then they grew to know each other over the years.
Yeah.
And I might just leave it there.
Okay.
Maybe for another episode. But if you've got questions, I can answer them.
Look, it was the 40s, the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Mum was born 59, so 70s, 80s, 70s, 80s.
70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm picturing the movie now like cowboy style ranch, and it's romantic, it's sweet. Because you are a sweet man,
Thank you.
product of a sweet. Don't worry, I'm not going to say anything more mean.
Cute.
No, I'm
sweet
legit.
No, I love it. I love it.
I'm legit. No, because it's an obvious gag that's lazy. The gags I just jumped on already. Fuck that. So no, I'm picturing the movie now like it's. I just want to say that the color grading and lighting of the filming, rather than the context, is like Brokeback Mountain style. Just because it's set in the countryside. Obviously, clear, far different relationship, but the scenery. If you picture the scenery and the, because I grew up in the country too, bro. So, and I'm just picturing something super romantic like that. The farmhand coming to milking the cows falls in love with basically a cowboy. Your dad's basically a cowboy.
Sure.
Is what
sure,
I'm
you could
saying.
twist it in like that.
Yeah.
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 Cleaner, farmhand.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, have you seen The Notebook?
Is that the one where it's not Brad Pitt, it's Bradley Cooper?
No.
Notebook. Who's in the Notebook?
It's Ryan Gosling.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
That's okay.
Why is it like The Notebook?
It's the closest film that I've seen to The Notebook.
What is the story of your parents?
Yeah. So I won't. What's old-ish now, the movie, but really the couple know each other for a long time, and they go in and out of being a thing, and then they finally settle and fall in love. But there's a lot of trials and trepidation.
Yeah. Do you want the? Yeah, I understand. Like it's like getting. I think when you have a relationship like that, like it's getting, taking away, getting and take away. Maybe you appreciate. Maybe you likely to stick around for a bit longer. Yeah.
Yeah. The ins and outs are beautiful, and I might tell you the ins and outs one day on this podcast.
Okay, let's save that for another one. So you you come from this hyper romantic country cowboy type lineage.
Yeah, sure.
Pokemon,
That was around?
death metal.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And I see that, like, guys, watch the music video. Ming has a music video of your, like, you have it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not dark. So you're listening to this music that, what do you call it? The sound of the music is that, rah, 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 da, 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 like Jebediah.
Yeah.
But
Real
that's,
punky.
I'm doing disservice because it's more layered and intellect, like Jebediah,
Yep.
right? And the music video is fun. And you got a bit in there, like sometimes it gets stuck in my head and I sing it over and over to myself. It's the line. So the song is called You and Me Cup of Tea.
Yep.
Right? And the line is, I steal from a bakery.
Yeah.
Hang on, I haven't finished. Hey. A crime that's fit for luxury. You can hear the Jebediah influence, like leaving home. You can in that bit of melody of how you sing it. That's part of what I think Jebediah. A crime that's fit for luxury. Do you need any other singers to? I'm sorry to put you on the spot like this, and he's not going to say yes to that. He's the singer. It's a pop-up band.
I am looking forward to perform it live, though. I put a Facebook post up yesterday trying to look for people to perform it live with me. So
I saw that you asked for a bass player. Yeah. That's exciting, man.
It is.
Because that's going to give you a chance to bring it into the moment for people. I mean, it's all really good. The music, the crime that's fit for luxury.
Yeah, that was the first song I wrote.
I think so. When I first found out that Ming makes music, and I heard the lyrics, and I wanted to know, like, what's your inspiration for the music? And you told me it's like it doesn't mean anything. What does it mean?
That song, nothing.
You said not mean anything. But like, I just can't. When I listen to it, I feel like this. I feel like it means something, and I want to know. Like, so I went to jail for stealing petrol, right?
Yes.
That's not a crime for.
It's not fit for luxury.
Nah, but like when I hear that line, it's like stealing from a bake. That's fit for luxury, man. Who the fuck steal from a bakery? And the music video is picking up like a cinnamon roll. If you get like a single cinnamon roll, that is a crime. Like from inside, you're not taking a truck load of cinnamon rolls from outside, like before the shop opens or anything, because you want to take them and sell them, right? And like strategizing, how can we get away with this, and like how much? That's like your day. That's a day-to-day grind. If you were stealing from bakery like that, if you go in and steal a single cinnamon roll from the inside while they're still open, and like it's just you found it. So like it just makes me feel like that somewhere unthinkingly that bit of creativity. And this is, I think, why I don't like the word creativity so much, is like to talk about it points out the intellectual part of it and disconnects you from coming from the gut.
Yep.
I think you come from the gut. You saw that stealing from bakery, that's like, if it's any, like, and no one would think to connect those two things, crime that's fit for luxury, but you found it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna jump on what you just said, because I think what you said is brilliant about logically talking about creativity.
Yeah.
That song it doesn't mean anything because I didn't think of anything. But if you talk about how it was probably made with 100% creative gut rule. Like I didn't think I didn't have to go, ooh, I better say crime fit for suppository instead of luxury. Like I didn't even think about it. It just flowed when I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a crime fit for suppository?
it just came into my head then. So
you know what? I'm so glad that stealing petrol was not a crime fit for suppository. Thank fuck. Thank fuck.
They're not great suppositories.
Nah. And man, I just like what were you what were you just talking about?
The You and Me Cup of Tea song. You know, and you also mentioned Jebediah. You said Jebediah is an inspiration. Like, I've heard of Jebediah, but Jebediah had nothing to do with You and Me Cup of Tea, even though they sound similar. Don't you think that's interesting?
Yeah, because I think you've found like independently, like a melodic aspect that exists in nature that connects with the kind of music that you were thinking about, this kind of grungy heavy metal, and it just kind of fell in. You discovered the same thing independently.
Yeah, well, I also find it interesting that the thing that I want to be didn't end up happening. I don't sound like Breaking Benjamin, or other bands I like are Deftones.
Yeah, you can't, man.
Or Refused. I sound like Grinspoon, Jebediah, debatably Nirvana, which is like, that's a big thing to say. But someone said
especially
that to
early
me.
Nirvana or Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
And that was more. If you listen to that first Foo Fighters album, it's like, it's that from the gut stuff. It's not like architectured or formularized. Like, you could even say it's a bit shit. Like, you could if you're coming from that angle, you go, this is a bit shit because they haven't done anything you're supposed to when you go boom ba bum and da 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 and make the formula and da da. But you listen to that and you go, you feel something that's different.
Yeah,
I don't know what the word for that is.
often people describe maybe it as raw. It's
Definitely raw, but
music.
there's something else, because anything could be raw, but it's got a quality that's, you like, why do I like this? Because it's like, if you've got a melody that's formulaic, like intellectually calculated, but they've got a melody that's from the gut. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to be too clever now, but
you do sound very clever. If that's the
but I don't want to sound like I'm trying to be.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got away with it then.
I'll say, may I say something before?
Yeah.
Hopefully that stews or whatever. Through the process of writing the 6 songs that I have on the album, though, that You and Me Cup of Tea, which is the first song I wrote, which is just like, through the writing processes and me learning, like, I have logically done the do with some of my songs. Like, some I've done the do and some I've done more raw and just more gut feeling. Like, it's been a really interesting ride on how to write songs for me and the differences you do. And some songs do sound a bit more like, maybe Ming has put more thinking into that, and maybe I haven't on other songs. And I think people can hear that. My wife says she can hear that.
What's it like when you make something and it's from your gut, and that you hear people say they like it?
The best. So you don't have to try. You don't do anything. You're just being yourself. And then people are like, this is great. And usually the people that like it as well, they like you. But even people that don't know you, that might not be into the music, would usually like it too. Because I think they can see the... is it sincerity? No. It's just real. It's real. Not a facade.
What's it like when they... I don't know. You know what? To ask what's it like when they don't like it, that's not even a question, because no one tells you when they don't like something and you make something and they don't like it. What the feeling is if you make something and you basically get zero validation from it, that's the experience of people, everyone out there who has made something, from like a Hollywood movie to a drawing when you're a child, and you put out and you get zero feedback, positive. And I ask this from a vulnerable position too, because it's happened to me.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, this sounds amazing.
Because I think that's more interesting, because we're in a era of like views, and more and more people making stuff to put out there to get that instant validation or not. Yeah. So more and more people know about engaging this, and like, I think an unrecognized number of people actually know the experience of putting something out and no one viewing it. So we know it. This is a question for me, us, and for the people.
Yeah.
What's that like? Because that's, I think, more common than, because we see a lot about oh, this is the feeling you get when you have success. People watching my stuff, whatever. Like, great. Most people having a different experience.
Absolutely. I've not had that full black and white zero. I've always had some form of support, which is really nice, and I feel privileged.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
you're privileged.
So I've never had not the zero.
Oh.
I've always been able to talk to someone, family, friends, or whatever, about like, listen to this.
Okay.
What do you think?
Hey, I think that's even like that's interesting in itself because I was going like I need the mass. I thought for me the black and white was zero unless the masses jump on it and I'm telling me it's great.
Yep.
Then that's a 1, and the 0 is anything under that. And
Yep.
I'm counting. I think this is the personal feedback from family and friends, like positive validation. I'm still counting that as a 0. So there's a mindset thing.
Yeah, but I think I also agree with you because if you have no one, that's tragic. That sounds awful. If you've got the people that you just mentioned, that's great. You're getting this feedback, but you actually are right too, Ryan, because, and I've actually thought about this before doing this podcast, and this is raw as well, but it's been really nice to release my album, and I'm very proud of it, and I think it's great, and not everyone might like it, but honestly, it also feels like no one gives a fuck too.
Yeah.
Like
I laugh because I know that experience. Of
Yeah.
like, when you make stuff, especially like after a few times, you go through this window of like, I can do whatever I want because no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. You start saying like, I can say anything on my podcast because no one watches it. Oh, give a fuck. I thought I couldn't say that, but no one gives a fuck, man. Go cut you off.
That's okay. It was great. It was great. Yeah. I would. You told me the other day. You probably have people you don't know that are watching this, and I think
there
that's
are now.
amazing. And they are.
Yeah, there are now.
Yeah, I think
Because I don't know 20 people.
Yeah, 21 people.
Yeah, 21 views
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, and
So
then
someone out there.
yeah, you champ, whoever you are. And then like I'm messaging everyone I know. Like, listen to my album. Like a salesman. Like, buy my hot water system.
If that salesman were Pokemon, what would it? Don't worry, I'm not derailing. I'm just coming back to this.
That's cool.
Just like
the Fiendamon, which is probably a
Fiendamon.
Digimon, because Digimon have Mon at the end of their names.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were a Digimon, you'd be Ryanmon.
a fiendamon.
Fiend.
Do you feel like
Fiend.
you're a fiend? Will I say you feel like a fiend when you're doing this?
Telling people about my album?
Yeah.
Like one-on-one messaging?
Yeah.
I think it just feels uncomfortable because I want everyone to listen to it so I can get feedback and validation and money.
From them. What are
Well,
they going to give you money for?
Well, when people listen to my
Yeah, I get
music,
it.
they get I get
I'm
like
being silly.
0.5%.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know about that.
Yeah, I think you'd get something like that too.
No, I don't have that turned on.
Oh.
Is that a YouTube thing?
YouTube thing, Spotify thing. Yep.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
So where's the money going then?
I
Because I didn't give them my bank details.
I think it's just,
Sitting there?
yeah, you could potentially, all you need is a couple keys, maybe admin keys, and go, yeah, you might be entitled to $1 by now.
Okay.
Or
I'll,
two.
I will look at that later.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to think about money.
It's so tedious. Well, and that's the thing as well. The money part, like I'd love to be. This is hard to admit to the world, or 21 people. Like I want to be. I think I want to be at least a little bit famous, or something,
Uh-huh.
and that comes back to the
Narcissistic personality disorder.
the legacy thing, legacy, and maybe narcissism
me.
as well.
Didn't tell me. I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't tell me he was a narcissist when I So invite him to. I'm not dropping you. I'm a narcissist too. Like everyone knows that. Hey guys, like I'm a narcissist. I'm a narcissist too. I'm just been trying to be funny.
No, it's great.
Go.
I think I've definitely got some qualities. I don't know if I have the full show.
Can we start a club for
Narcissism.
Yeah, like basically destigmatizing narcissistic personality disorder. People who come out as have a narcissistic personality disorder, but also because what people jump on is like narcissism, and the phrase is so common now. I like fucking my stomach turns when I'm sitting at the mechanic and someone next to me is on their phone flicking on TikTok, and it's like 5 traits to recognize in narcissists. Is your husband a narcissist? Is your wife a narcissist? Does not, and like it's so catchphrasy that it's like throwaway. But the one thing you hear about is that they all have it's a lack of self-awareness. The people's problem with narcissists is only in the presence also of a lack of self-awareness and acknowledgement about what's going on. And if you are a self-aware narcissist, like you basically get away with it because you're calling yourself out. So I'm happy to be in that club with you, man.
Oh, thanks.
Because it's called the Vulnerability Club.
Yep.
And I stepped all over something amazing you're about to say.
No,
Because I'm a narcissist.
Yeah.
NPD.
What's that? NPD?
Narcissistic personality disorder.
Look, maybe we both have traits. Maybe we're full blown. Who knows? Should we do the test next time I come on?
Fuck no. Because right now there's a very real chance that this is all just for comedic effect, and I'm not actually.
You do. What I will say is, well, I've lost it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It'll come back to me in a tick.
Classic narcissistic personality disorder trait.
Oh, you said aware. Forgetfulness. My dad got forgetful when he was older. Does that mean he was a narcissist?
Yeah. Being forgetful?
Yeah.
No, I think it was hooking up with a woman 22 years younger. Which I have done plenty of times. Here, I've got to drop myself into it. I've hooked up with women 22 years.
No, you said another bit of gold in there with the narcissism thing. You said self-aware narcissism.
Yeah.
So I feel like that removes the whole narcissistic thing if you're self-aware. Because if you're self-aware,
yeah, me too.
You won't do the bad things that narcissists
Me too,
do.
but you got to continually call yourself out for
Oh, yeah. Like, naughty, don't do that.
Well, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's about our time. And it's been so great. It's such a pleasure. We're such good friends in real life, so it's like so cool to have you come on the podcast. I hope that you come on and do lots more. People can find your. So I'm going to post some links, but is there anything now you can tell us about your music?
Yep.
What's going on? Maybe a live performance.
Yeah.
And where people can go to look at your music.
Sure.
And listen to it.
Thanks for all this plugging, Brian.
Thank you.
It's lovely. So the album's called LXXV, Roman numerals to 75, under the name Mingy Guida. You can look at it Spotify, YouTube, all the stuff. Give it a whirl. It's only on streaming services at the moment. I am organising a band, and I'll perform live at least once this year. So what are we? We're 2025 some stage. I'm in the Bunbury area. I'm just taking it as it goes, and I'll eventually release the album to buy. Then maybe I'll do CDs, just chip away here and there. But give it a whirl, even if you don't like it, like the sort of music, rocky, punky. Give it a whirl. Let me know what you think, and yeah, the more feedback, the better, and the more people know about it, the better, because it's a great product. Like this podcast, here's a plug for you too.
Oh,
it's a really good product, and I think people should hear it.
Thanks, man. I feel like we just got into. It's been a great episode, but I feel like I could do another one with you. I want to hear more about creativity and your process.
Me too.
Yeah, look forward to that, guys. All right, peace.
Cheers. That's quick, man.